Now, this is not a new subject or anything like that about Terence Crawford just not being a draw, but it's come again to light as a recent interview that Bob Arum has given about the situation and his experience with Terence Crawford. Let's talk about that in this video. If you're new here, please subscribe, like, comment, share, suggestions down below. Take all of it. Now, towards the end of this video, I'll show you some facts about why it's factual that Terence Crawford is just not a draw. This is not a video about whether he is a pound for pound great. None of that. This is literally, is he a draw or not? Let's talk about it. Welcome back to the Boxing Unwrapped. If you're new here, again, like I said before, like and subscribe. Now, as you saw, the statement is actually an article. At the beginning of this video, there's a statement. It's part of an article where, again, they asked Bob Arum about Terence Crawford and his marketability, right? How good is he to market? And he claims that he lost money in every single pay-per-view that he tried with Terence. And we heard this a lot from Bob while he had Terence Crawford. He was always talking about how he's reluctant. Terence Crawford just reluctant to open up to the media, reluctant to show another side of himself, to try to sell a fight. And now listen, a lot of fans will stand up for Crawford and say, well, he doesn't have to. His skills will speak for themselves. Unfortunately, this is show business as much as it is a sporting event, right? You could be the greatest talent in the world. What makes me excited to see you, though, right? Believe it or not, that's what made Floyd Mayweather a damn near billionaire while he was in boxing. Because he learned early. Remember when after he fought De La Hoya, he said, if you're going to boo me anyway, I might as well be the bad guy. Because you guys never give me the respect. He took it as a chip on his shoulder. He ran with that narrative. And he made damn near $1 billion while he was fighting. And that's what Terence Crawford should have done. But he was always reluctant to do so, saying that's not my character. It might not be, but you might need to work on that if you want the big money. And that's what Bob Arum is hinting at. Like, he's claiming, he wants the big money, but his sales don't reflect that. Even with Spence, it didn't break, as you saw there, 700,000. I mean, it did break 700,000, but it didn't go above that. You would have thought, with such a highly anticipated matchup, that this would have been it, where he cracked $1 million. And it didn't. Which leads me to believe that the real draw there was always Spence. And you've seen that. You've seen that in those numbers that I showed in the beginning of this. It is Spence. Now, in the rematches, listen, if it wasn't because, let's say, Errol was weight drained, if we're going to go with that narrative, right, with that as a fact, then why would we watch a second matchup? It's not like Terence can sell it. It's not like Spence is the gift of gab, right, to sell that fight. He has way more than charisma than Terence Crawford does. But that's not saying much when the base is Terence Crawford, the line we're actually comparing it to, right? What is that going to look like? Now, boxing purists like myself, yes, I want to see that fight, but why would the casual want to? There's nothing that's going to come out of Terence Crawford's mouth that's going to make us buy that fight. That's going to make the casual buy that fight. And whatever numbers comes in, it's going to be purely, again, because of Spence and the curiosity behind Spence, not because of what Terence did, but the curiosity of, can Spence do better? So again, it's not about whether or not, what can Terence do? Is whether or not Spence. So that tells you right there, the curiosity is still going to be with Spence. The momentum is still going to be, I want to see Spence. Because I already know what Terence did. I want to see what Spence does now new. So again, it puts that thing where it's not about Terence again. It's about what Spence is doing. And why would then Canelo even consider a matchup with a guy who's not a draw? Because again, I think it would still probably do well. Very well. But again, can Terence even command any sort of big payday? When Canelo says, I'm clearly the draw, why should he get 20 million? when he's never done $20 million revenue. He's never shown that. Why should I, if the budget is X amount of millions, why should I give him 20 of that? When I'm the one that's going to carry, my name is going to carry, my performances are going to be the ones that carry, my fans are going to be the ones to buy this. He doesn't have any. That's what he's going to say. So I see where Bob is going with this, and I see where fans fall to see that. It's nothing that is really about his skill set. It's more of, hey, this is show business at the end of the day also. This is entertainment. We don't watch this to analyze it as a Dr. Wood, an x-ray. We actually watch it for the art and for the entertainment part of it. And if we're not entertained by one particular person, it doesn't matter how good they are. You have to still bring in the new money. The old money's there. We're there. How do you bring the new money in? And that's the problem that Terence Crawford is facing. And he's not a spring chicken. He's long in the tooth. And while he's a millionaire, he probably is well off. I'm sure he wants a bigger payday at some point, and I just don't see him getting that. And I really don't see how this can be now fixed before his career ends. Let me know what you think. Put your comments below, and I'm out.